Hello everyone and welcome back to a Gran Turismo time trial where we're at Bluemoon Bay. Specifically Infield A, which is one of my favourite tracks in Gran Turismo, especially one of the dream tracks that exist. And you can see that there, Bluemoon Infield A at the top. We're in a Dodge Viper GTS. We're on sports medium tyres. This gold difficulty, I'm going to say is hard actually. The car is very hard to drive. And estimates around the 1:14 mark. It may dip under that, but that is the initial time to go for if you want to get that gold time. Now, as always, with this guide, I'll be sharing the lap guide with you, plus a fast lap at the very end. So if you do enjoy it, do subscribe to the channel as we are on the journey to 40k. Without further ado then, let's jump into this Bluemoon Bay layout in that Dodge Viper. Now, first up, as you go around the top of the oval, go for the high line to start your lap. This will give you a bit of a run off the corner and allow you to start the lap that little bit quicker as we just enable the kilometers an hour there for you if you use that unit of measurement. As we head towards turn one, we're looking on the right-hand side then, and what we're specifically looking for is this white banner on the barrier, okay? It's just before the 3 arrows. You're braking at the very end of that. Now, if you brake at the arrows, you're going to start going a bit deep. So I was using this banner, the white banner here on the right-hand side. As I say, the very end of it there, okay? So I go onto the brakes here, and I start to turn into the corner a little bit. I'm taking a wide line in initially, and then I want to bring the car back, okay? The reason for this is the earlier you hit this bank in here, the more the car will oversteer. So if you can get on the inside, it'll be far more stable for you. Heading towards this left-hander then, you're using the white again here, the white banner on the right-hand side. It's the 100 board if you want to use the 100 board. It's why I've highlighted both here. And again, you're going to brake and you want to turn in early. This car loves to understeer. Of course it does. It's got a huge engine up front and no weight anywhere else. So turn in early here, and I start to accelerate early to get a bit of oversteer to get it over towards that left-hand side. And you saw that little slip of the rear there as we head towards this right-hander. I want the widest line possible for this corner. I'm using the lamppost on the left-hand side. Just after that leaves the edge of your screen is when I'm braking, okay? Now, that is your marker. There's not very much more in terms of markers you can use here, but that lamppost is key. And as you see, I go a bit too deep there because I do it just after it leaves the screen a bit further than necessary. So I'm going to lose a bit of time there, but be careful on exit. It does have power oversteer. Change to 4th gear. Now, as you head towards this hairpin, you've got the end of the curb on the left-hand side. You are braking before the end of that curb hits the bottom of your screen. If you brake after it, you're going to go too deep. And the brakes on this car are rubbish, is probably the best way to describe it. It's why you're having to brake early here. So we're going to hit the brakes here. Brake in a straight line. Try not to turn too much because that will cause you to go a bit deep. As I do there, because you saw that little bit of turn. Be careful on exit. Notice I'm really modulating the throttle there. Really progressive with the throttle. You will need to do that as well. Otherwise you get wheel spin and you're just going to stand still, just accelerating the rear wheels. The rear wheels there. For the left-hander, the double left-hander, the hairpin is the 50 board on the right-hand side. And before that leaves the edge of your screen, okay, you're over towards this right-hand side. Now, you want to avoid hitting the first apex, okay? You actually want to take a wider line in and try and clip the second apex to give you a nice run out of the corner. Again, be careful as you accelerate. Just modulate that throttle that little bit more. As you head towards this left-hander then, the start of the curb on the right-hand side is your brake marker, and you want to cut this, okay? You're cutting this as much as you humanly can, okay? So, I'm braking. I'm going to start to aim towards the barrier as I come off the brakes because I really want to get the car turned in to get onto that oval. Notice here, I'm turning in. Look at that! Using all the inside there as much as I can. As I go through this oval, the banked oval, you may have to lift a little bit. As I do there, I just shift and then go full throttle again, and then I accelerate through the corner. The car loves to oversteer and doesn't like to brake. They're the two things you really need to know for this car, and that is a lap here. And we do get a 13.0. Definitely 12s in there. The gold times, well, sorry, the P1 times is 12.5 at the moment, and you can definitely see that. Let's go for the all-important Martin Brundle commentated lap. So the high line to start your lap, okay? It'll just give you that extra few hundredths of a second that you might need for the gold time. So, you rev this car to the limits, around 6,500 revs is what I was going to. And on the right side, looking for that white banner before the 3 arrows, then we brake. And we're going to take a wide line in. Okay, we're looking to slow the car down. So I'm looking to stay above 70 miles an hour, which I do there. I get on the throttle quite early. Try and keep it tight here to avoid too much oversteer as you go back onto the oval circuit. Then it's the 100 board or the white banner there. Turn in early. And then you're going to try and use the throttle to get the car around towards that left-hand side as quick as possible. It allows you to have a really good line for this right-hander. The lamppost that I pointed out earlier is what you use for that corner. And try and accelerate really early here. So a little straight here, but you can get a bit of time here as well. Over towards the left-hand side, right before the end of the curve there is when you're going to brake. Okay, be careful about turning under brakes. It'll force you to go deep, like I demonstrate here. So if you're not braking, you will make the corner absolutely fine. Careful on exit as you accelerate, and the 50 board there is your brake marker. As you accelerate, again, with this car, later apex for this corner, just be careful. Allow the car to grip before you go full throttle. Now, just before the end of the curve there, I'll start the curve there, you chuck it in. Understeer, okay, understeer. You are braking a little bit for that corner as well, and you will have to lift on the oval. You maybe can do it flat if you get the exact right line, but it's really hard to do, and I didn't really nail it once throughout my 10 to 15 laps that I did here. That is a lap of Bluemoon Bay in a nutshell in this Viper. I'd say it's going to be a difficult one to get gold on, but it will help you in terms of driving skill with that modulation of the throttle. It allows you to really start to judge how much grip you have as you accelerate. So that is it in terms of this time trial. If there's anything you want to see in addition in this time trial video that I do every single week, then do let me know in the comments. But other than that, though, all I've left to say is thank you so much for watching. If you did like it, thumbs up, subscribe. As I say, we're on the journey to 40k, but that is going to be it for me and this video. If you're struggling to do the Spa time trial, it's on screen for you there. Just click that video and you can go watch the Spa time trial guide, which is very similar to this. Otherwise, there's another video there to check out, and I do hope you have a very nice day. Good luck for the gold, and I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.